We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
To do a lot more than just bring you the match, we're going to be talking about the season. Talk about everything that happened, the excitements, the drama, the controversies, everything that has happened all through the Premier League season. But today, we've got very, very interesting game of football on our hands. I'm not doing this alone. I'm going to introduce my co-host in a few minutes. But then today, in the Premier League, we have 3 games. That's 4 games, I beg your pardon. Manchester United up against Fulham. Southampton will be taking on Leeds United. Brighton will take on Manchester City, and Chelsea will do battle with Leicester City. All eyes are on that Chelsea versus Leicester City game. City are already champions in the Premier League, but then those other two, Chelsea and Leicester, are fighting for who will finish 3rd and 4th in the Premier League table. My name is Joseph Faulkner. Once again, welcome to Football on 913. We've got a full house. I've got Femi Faraway with me on this one. Femi,
I'm all right. I'm here.
Of course you are here.
In the body.
Of course you are here.
My body, my soul, and my
It's
spirit.
almost over.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost over.
But the excitement is not, to be honest. You just mentioned what we have to expect as well. Manchester United have made a couple of changes. You touched on that one as well. Liverpool are chasing that top 4 spot as well. Later on today, we've got Leicester, Chelsea. That's a big game because there's a lot to fight for in terms of what happens. Who takes on the Champions League spot. Europa League places are also up for grabs as well. So there's a lot. City have won the title, we know that, but there are many
But there's still a whole lot to fight for. All right, I will also have in the studio Amaka Okoli Double D. Amaka, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, good evening.
It's almost over, but then it's exciting to see the Premier League, not the title race, but the race for who finish in the top 4 and then the European spot. It's exciting to see the race go down to the wire.
Well, very, very exciting to, because I think, okay, sorry, I'm trying to be awake. The thing that actually excites me about the last day of the Premier League is when I'm so angry that we already know the teams that are relegating, because that used to be like the highlight of the whole thing on the last day, where you have that, what they call it, showing us all the views. When a particular team scores, they tell you, oh, okay, that puts this ones at the bottom. And then Fulham scores, they tell you, oh, that means West Brom are down to relegation. All of that drama. But we're not going to have that, this time around, because
have
already
the drama of who will finish in the top 4.
But the only drama we have now, yeah, of course, and that's going to be also very, very interesting for Liverpool. Their destiny is in their hands right now. All they have to do is to win their remaining matches. The fact that Chelsea will have to play Leicester City this night is the reason why this whole top 4 race is going to be very interesting, because whatever outcome of today's game is going to favor Liverpool. If Chelsea goes on to win, if Leicester goes on to win, if they both draw, whatever they decide to play is not Liverpool's business. The only business Liverpool they've got is to win their and if you check their fixtures, Liverpool's remaining fixtures, they are easier compared to the likes of Chelsea and Leicester City. All right,
Jude St. Gabriel is also with us on this one. Jude, Leeds United, one of the surprise teams of the season, came from the Championship, started the season, very exciting game, exciting football, exciting style of football. They are always attacking, no respecter of any team, and yeah, they fizzled out at some point, but you still have to give them a lot of credit for how they've performed in the Premier League.
Definitely. Like you said, they started like a house on fire. Even though they were scoring goals, they were conceding goals and losing games. And I think at some point, the manager, had to rethink and said, okay, let's, manage the situation, because it was a situation actually when they were conceding too many goals. And then again, they never stopped giving us excitement, Leicester City. Despite the fact that they lost so many games, they won so many games, the excitement was always there. Every Leicester City game has been very, very exciting. But like everyone has contributed their bit, that it's a pity that we've seen the relegated teams already. We've known them already. We've known the first 2 teams. The battle now is between the remaining 3rd and 4th place and the Europa League spots. I think that is where the key battles.
All right, quickly, 2 games are going to be starting simultaneously now. The first one is Southampton up against Leeds United. Alex McCarthy starting goal as usual for Southampton United. Kyle Walker, Peters, Gianni Vestergaard, Jack Stevens, and Mohamed Salisu are the guys at the back. In midfield, we've got James Ward-Prowse, we've got Musa Jenepo, Stuart Armstrong, and Theo Walcott. While up front, we've got Che Adams and Nathan Taylor. For Leeds United, Kika Casillas starts in goal. Luke Ayling, Liam Cooper, and Diego Llorente start at the back. 3 at the back today. And then that man, Alioski, I beg your pardon, who's been absolutely brilliant for Leeds United all season. He starts alongside Dallas, Rodrigo, and Calvin Phillips. While up front we've got Patrick Bamford, Rafinha, and Jack Harrison. Guys, quickly, Leeds United, Femi, they feel excited. The manager, surprisingly, I was looking at the squad, and surprisingly, these guys have a good squad.
They have a good manager who's been able to use what he's got. For me, manager of the season, no matter what anybody wants to say, including Amaka.
Femi, rest.
It has played.
Femi, far away, rest. Rest, Femi, rest.
See what he played in the last match now? He beat Burnley. The way he beat Burnley,
everybody beats Burnley.
It's Burnley.
No.
He's beating Man City.
Everybody beats Burnley.
He's taking points off of Liverpool.
Femi, rest, abeg.
He couldn't take. No. Hey,
if you aren't married, I'll be asking if you are married to Biesla's daughter. What is the meaning of this now?
All right, guys. Amaka, key battles in this one for you.
Well, obviously, I'm just going to be looking at the Leeds United. They scored 4 in their last game. So the defense of Southampton, we know Southampton, they've been abysmal all season, conceding goals. So I want to see how that defense is able, to contain the attack of Leeds United. Because one thing is for certain, Leeds will keep attacking until the final whistle. They don't stop. All
right, so our feature game, Manchester United up against Fulham, already the relegated Fulham. David De Gea starts in goal. Again, Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Axel Tuanzebe start at the back. No Harry Maguire again. And then Paul Pogba, Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay play in midfield, while that man Edison Cavani starts today, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun. Alfonso Areola starts in goal for Fulham. Team Arem, Tosin Adarabioyo, Joe Bryan are the 3 guys playing at the back for Fulham, while Bobby, the Cordova Reid, Mario Lemina, Harrison Reid, and Fabio Carvalho play in midfield, while Ivan Cavallero, Ademola Lookman, and Andre Frank, Zambo Anguissa play up front. Guys, Jude, I wanted to call this one.
Man United to win 3 goals to
first
nil.
Half, just first half.
Just
first half.
I like to give the
just first half.
Okay, first half, Man United to win 2-0.
Amaka?
United to win after first half. I'm not going to say the exact score line.
I'll go for a slim win, 1-0. Manchester United.
First half.
Yeah.
All right, then let's head straight to Old Trafford for the first 45 minutes. It's football. It's live. It's on Lagos Talks 91.3.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
And out of the world strike by Edison Cavani has given United a 1-0 lead at halftime at Old Trafford. It's the kind of goals that only angels score, not human at all. My name is Joseph Faulkner, guys. You're listening to Football on 913. Remember, you can be part of the conversation. Just send in your tweets at Lagos Talks 913. That's our Twitter handle, at Lagos Talks 913. And you can also, we're going to take your calls at the end of the game while we start preparing for the next game. We're going to take some of your calls. But guys, my name is Joseph Faulkner. I've got Femi Faraway. I've got Jude St. Gabriel. I can't take Jude out of my mouth. And then I also have Amaka Okoli in this one. How many times have you seen a human being score that kind of goal, Femi?
The first thing she says, the prediction at halftime came right.
How many times have you seen a human being score that kind of goal? The only other person who has scored that kind of goal,
Zlatan.
Which Zlatan?
I am Zlatan.
Was not up to 40 yards.
What? That World Cup goal?
It wasn't up to 40. It was not. It wasn't a World Cup goal. It was not. It was.
Whatever it was, man. Zlatan scored something more beautiful.
40, yeah, it was 30 yards. This one.
No, okay, let's talk about Luis Suarez against Hull City.
Yeah, against
Suarez against Hull City.
I'm saying 40.
We got David Beckham. We get
David Beckham.
Rooney.
No, Rooney wasn't up to 40. It wasn't up to 40.
Rooney was on the line.
Suarez going against Hull City. No. Was it Hull City or Norwich?
Rooney was on the line.
Nope, it wasn't.
Wait. Suarez against Hull City or Norwich City should be one of them.
It was outside the center circle. It was already outside the center.
This was a fantastic goal.
The 2 other people have scored it.
What he did.
David Beckham, not people. 2 other spirits. David Beckham and Ronaldinho.
What I really fancy about
two other spirits.
You know what I love about the goal? He saw the goalkeeper and moved off his line.
Exactly.
Another striker would have charged down, maybe a younger striker, maybe Greenwood, maybe Rashford.
We keep running at the keeper, yeah.
But we saw Caballo when he could.
When he could have scored against David De Gea.
You know what got me upset about that goal? That Fernandes was trying to claim the assist.
Why is it assist?
It wasn't claiming. It was a back heel.
Fantasy didn't give it to him.
Are you joking?
Because they don't know what they are doing.
No, the Premier League. They
don't know what they are doing in the Premier League.
Wait, are you saying Bruno Fernandes didn't touch that ball?
What did he do there? Michael shift go one side.
Bruno Fernandes gave that assist.
It was his assist, and he did not miss anything. He knew what he was doing. It was a flick.
Look at it again. Take a look at it.
Yeah,
look at it.
I'm looking at it.
If he hadn't touched the ball,
if he hadn't touched that ball, it wouldn't go the way of Cavani.
He changed the direction of the ball. Okay, watch. That ball was going to your left.
I think it was De Gea. I think it was De Gea.
No, it's Cavani.
I thought it was De Gea.
We saw a slow motion that showed the legs.
I thought it was De Gea.
Oh yeah,
he touched the heels of his boots.
It was a slight touch. It was a slight touch.
It was a slight touch, man.
But it was a touch, slight or not, it was a touch.
He knew what he was doing. He attempted something.
He had missed
He attempted it.
Missed
He
what?
attempted something. He knew what he could do.
The heel. It was the heel of his shoe that got to that ball.
But for me,
but did you see him move the heel backwards?
Did he try to touch it with his leg or not?
They were trying to touch it
for me, I say forget the back heel. I say,
Femi, why are you confusing yourself?
Because that man took like
amazing
2-3 steps and then he hit the ball.
Absolutely.
I mean, it totally reminds me of Wayne Rooney's goal at Everton against Arsenal.
Yeah,
man, it just reminds me of that goal
from about 25 years out, and totally caught the goalkeeper off the line.
God, yeah.
But beautiful one, and everybody talks about Cavani's age.
Yeah.
And and all, but then this is a man. His work rate is even more than Mason Greenwood today. He runs around, he's tackling, he's dropping deep to help, retrieve the balls and all of. And for a man who loves, he's from South Africa. South America, beg your pardon. And they are rugged people.
I love.
They are people who
they're like Africans. They are
like African. They are raw.
It's called El Matador. That's from the whole bullfighting stuff.
Bullfighting.
He knows how to conserve his energy. He's the sort of person who will start in early, run, close on everybody, then at some point of the game conserve his energy because he knows there's a marathon for the whole game. He's played very well. His positioning, the way he's put himself into the game, I think he's been present in this game. And when I hear a lot of pundits talk about, why did Manchester United give him a new deal? It means they're going to stunt the growth of Mason Greenwood. That's the reason.
Mason Greenwood can learn.
That's the reason why you.
I think it's not even about Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood
he can play alongside Greenwood. The only person that might suffer is Anthony Martial.
But who cares about Martial? He's not even bringing anything to the team.
Martial has not shown that he deserves to be the first choice striker.
I think Greenwood should start before Martial, ahead of Martial.
Let's talk about David De Gea.
Oh, he's been good.
He made some good saves, but he was shaky.
And also the assist.
He was shaky.
It's been a while.
And is that a man who is very low on confidence?
It's been a while.
I think he's been in the game. He's made a good save as well from Caballero. Caballero could have put that.
Those are weak shots. The only real shots.
The only reason United didn't concede is because that striker didn't play. There was no power in that shot.
He didn't have conceded goals that a striker has blasted shots, has played it cheeky, has played it small. The goalkeeper was present to ensure that ball didn't cross the line, and I give him credit for it.
But there was a header that he could have caught,
and he dropped,
and he was lucky no Fulham player was around him.
Oh well,
and we've seen him. There was a time there was an in-swinger that he was caught between running out to parry or staying on his line, and that's a man who is lacking in confidence.
Oh well, maybe he's not lacking his confidence. He doesn't trust his defenders because
he's lacking in confidence.
In front of him, he's got Lindelof, he's got Twanzebe. He doesn't have Maguire. He's more assured when there's Maguire in front of him.
There are there were 3 red shirts all by themselves.
No, he doesn't trust them.
That's a man who is lacking in confidence.
He doesn't trust them.
You talk to your defenders.
No, he doesn't.
That's the work of the goalkeeper.
That's if they can hear you. No. Maguire understands him. These guys do not understand him.
Does he speak Hindu with them?
Stop the whatever. I do proper football analysis now. Stop this. You're drunken. That your drunken show. It's not today.
Bring it back.
We'll bring it. But really, is this the reason he's become the second choice all of a sudden?
No, I don't. I think one, the media contributed. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you why I think
it was considering.
Let me explain myself to you.
I agree.
I think the media contributed because Dean Henderson, we saw him at Sheffield. He had a good first season. We saw how Sheffield finished, their position in the league. Then he went to United. He went to Manchester United and he was sitting on the bench. And sitting on the bench means that how can this boy go to Sheffield, perform so well and come back to sit on the bench bench. Media were talking, why did United bring him back when they know they will put him on the bench? This, that. And he's an English international. Trust them to blow these things out of proportion. I think Ole was under pressure to play Dean Henderson. And all of a sudden they start to play him ahead of David De Gea.
Was De Gea making silly errors game in, game out?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't making errors that are out of place. Goalkeepers make errors.
Yes, but the
goalkeepers make errors. Even if Alisson Becker, Ederson, they make errors.
The type.
Fuck that. If you've been watching Liverpool and see Alisson and the mistakes he's made this season.
Alisson doesn't play for United, does he?
No, that's what I'm telling you. Even the big goalkeepers make mistakes.
Amaka, is Alisson a United player?
No.
Is he fighting for shirt with Dean Anderson?
No.
If Dean Anderson was at Liverpool, then maybe they would have benched him too. Alisson as well. The point remains that every goalkeeper makes mistakes, but De Gea became a trademark. It became a trademark from last season, and that's one of the reasons.
Yes,
it's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons Dean Anderson was going to stay at Sheffield. They were going to buy him, but because of all the mistakes, they had to make sure they called him back. They were not going to say they removed the sell-on clause anymore.
You know what I think? I think that for Henderson, he's still very young.
Very young.
He's not had that sort of run in the team.
Well, the one is
I don't think he has even matured to be United's number one.
And the one he's had this season is done better than the supported number one.
I want to also believe that probably they are thinking about life after De Gea. I want to believe so.
I think De Gea is already in his late 20s.
Yes, I think they are planning for life after De Gea in case he leaves.
Do I think Dean is better than David De Gea?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's too early to call, but like we always say, a coach will make a decision. And what I love about Ole, he's always very faithful with his footballers. If he picks one name, it's that name he wants to play. He's picked Bruno Fernandes, and that's been his go-to guy. He's picked Mason Greenwood, that's been his go-to guy. Whenever he picks a player, Maguire, no matter how much you stunt her, he will keep you in that team until somewhere you get the system, you get the style.
How many times have Bruno Fernandes failed the team?
Oh, this season he has.
How?
Oh, there are times when
that's why it's the best. That means the entire team is useless because if you
no. Fuck, there are games that Bruno Fernandes disappears and never contributes anything.
Okay, so that means
he's not available.
So that means what you guys are saying now, in essence, is that
let's speak it slowly.
Is that what you guys are saying now? Is that the entire United squad have disappeared more than Bruno Fernandes? That's why he's the best player. He came into the side half season. He was voted player of the season. Now he's played full season, player of the season. So if you're saying that he's not carried the team, he's not been there for the team. So who's been carrying the team?
He's not carried the team. I think
who's been there carrying the team?
What he's done is he's contributed with his numbers. He's contributed with his goals, and I respect.
Has carried the team in the absence of
Manchester United has not been one individual. It's been team effort.
I totally agree.
It's been team effort. Bruno has called a lot of penalties. Which is normal. Was he winning all those penalties? Somebody was winning it for him.
But why? How do you come into a side and you are not the man, but they put the captain's armband on you?
He's not the captain.
And they give you.
He's not the captain.
Who's captain in the side?
Maguire is the captain.
So where is Maguire?
No, Maguire is the captain of the team.
So where is Maguire now?
On the day
he's injured.
On the day.
So why is De Gea not wearing the armband?
Because he's no more a regular in the team.
Okay, so who is the regular in the team that could have won the armband?
Pogba.
So why is Pogba not wearing the armband?
Pogba story now.
There's no story. See, there's
a story behind Pogba not wearing the armband.
You can shy away from the fact that Bruno Fernandes has come and he has imposed himself on the team. That he has imposed himself on the team so well that you can't look away from him.
I don't think that's the reason they gave him the captain's armband. Every manager has a reason for giving captain's armband.
So what is the
Torres
reason?
was the captain at Atletico
Madrid at 18.
Meanwhile, it was Diego Simeone.
Simeone was there.
Oh, yeah.
So there are people.
It happened.
And I felt,
why is Bruno Fernandes the captain of this side?
And I felt the hierarchy of
the manager trusts him.
Why is Bruno Fernandes the captain of this team?
I wouldn't know why the manager.
So I'm telling
English,
you. So
probably.
Why do you come?
He's played in the national team. Probably.
He's not English.
Bruno
Fernandes.
No, they're asking why.
Fernandes. I'm just saying that the manager trusts him. That's it.
So why do you come in and the manager does not trust the people he has known for so long, and you that you are coming for 6 months, he trusts you more than the people that have been there?
Now me by you, I don't whisper to your ear. You my guy.
The truth is, Bruno Fernandes has come into the side and he has shown himself to be both a leader and someone that.
I don't know about leader. I don't know about leader. I don't know what you mean by leader. He has produced the number.
he has not shown
I
any
don't know about
leadership.
leadership. I don't know about leadership.
You know, many managers just give. It's either somebody scores a lot of goals and they give him the captain armband.
No manager does on media hype. No manager does on media hype.
You think so?
Let's go back to Old Trafford for the second 45 minutes. We'll be back at our full time to talk about this and more. But by the way, Brighton and Manchester City have started, and the first kick of the game has resulted in a goal for Manchester City.
Okay.
It's Brighton 0, City 1. We're headed to Old Trafford for the second 45 minutes. We'll be back at full time. It's football. It's live. It's on Lagos Talks 91.3.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.